provided by the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and the Family should be solely used for the designed purpose.
The message is that the money should be used for the establishment of birth certificates and not to solve emergency problems of the municipalities.
The mayors expressed satisfaction for the contribution from the ministry and pledged to use these funds judiciously.
You
know that Lolodorf is a community with other sub-villages and many don't have birth certificates. So with this support, we will be able to finally enroll all the children who are pygmies and others too. So it will bring a lot to us. With the resources which we received today, we will put them into the procedure and make sure that our children who don't have birth certificates will be able to obtain one, so that our population and even parents can be satisfied. It is worth noting that the rate of unregistered births in Cameroon fluctuates between 65% and 70%, and Minister Marie-Thérèse Abena-Ondoa reminds parents that they now have 12 months to register the birth of their child. The Mboa Sawa Ojedu Festival has held in Bertoua, East region of Cameroon, organized by the Sawa people in that part of the country. It was an occasion for the Sawa people to showcase their cultural heritage, as you tell us in this report, Mimi Tiobo.
The culinary know-how of the Sawa people has been presented to the population of the eastern region. I am here to sell the mangoloma, accompanied with mashwaron bongo. It's a heavy dish to the Sawa people. Without mangoloma, you are not Sawa, you are nothing. In the context of the Macron festivities, Mboa Sawa Auditor Edition 2025, the richest culinary of these people of the coast were presented at Bertoua during the Gastronomy Day. There are many varieties in terms of dishes. When we discover a new adventure in terms of culinary art, I realize that it should be diverse at times. In addition to the gastronomy, the populations of the eastern region invited to this festival learn the history of the Sawa and the Boa Sawa, the history of the Kaba and its marking, as well as the different ways of tying the headscarf. This is for the Sawa. I am very happy with the atmosphere of the event. We arrived, the reception was really beautiful. When we see the atmosphere, it's warm our heart. During the cultural evening, the steps of the Sawa people dance were revealed to the guests, as well as some traditional rites. It is to celebrate the end of the year activities of the Sawa community in the East. The main objective is to regroup all the Sawa of the East in the different regions as a Sawa Dengondo community. We are all together, united and far from home. Over the course of the 2 days intense activities, satisfactions is total for the Mboa Sawa leaders. There are gifts that we have given to the orphanage, accompanied with the Gastronomy Day, which was a total subject. The appointment is kept for next year. See you in 2026 for the next edition.
And away from that, as Cameroon approaches the end of 2025, citizens across the country are making preparations for the Feast of Saint Sylvester. These plannings also mark the transition into the year 2026, with many combining spiritual reflection and practical planning. Patience Shintum throws more light.
As the final days of 2025 tick away, the countdown to the Feast of Saint Sylvester and the dawn of 2026 is already reshaping daily life in Cameroon. Across the bustling streets of Yaoundé, residents say preparations go far beyond money. Many are turning inward, placing strong emphasis on prayer, reflection, and thanksgiving as they usher in the new year, hopeful for better days ahead.
I'm a Christian, and as a Christian, I need to cross over my year in the church. And you know, they say you can't, the way you lay your bed is the way you lie on it. So my year 2026, I prepared it this year, and I know that I'm going to make a good target next year. I'm prepared financially, physically, spiritually, and otherwise.
For some students, however, the transition into 2026 comes with a pragmatic resolve. Faced with persistent economic challenges, they see the new year as a turning point, one that demands balancing academic pursuits with income-generating ventures to secure their future.
This year, I've planned to move. In my spiritual life, I have determined to increase in grace, increase my way of doing things, my lifestyle, and try to ensure that whatsoever I do or the way I live my life speak more in the community. Let people not see my lifestyle and maybe say, oh, look at people who go to church, but they don't replicate what they go to church to do. And concerning my social life, trying to boast my business, what I do, and my education.
Beyond individual aspirations, the end-of-year celebration remains deeply rooted in family life. For countless households, the New Year feast is a cherished moment to reunite, share joy, and collective chart ambitions for the months ahead.
And on to this other story, nearly 8,000 liters of illicitly blended fuel have been seized by elements of the National Gendarmerie in the Mefu and Afamba division of the Center region. The suspects were presented to the press this December 29, 2025. Jude Kenji tells us more.
This is nearly 8,000 liters of adulterated fuel concealed in 20-liter containers, seized by elements of the Mefu and Afamba Gendarmerie Company. Here is the laboratory where fuel and other chemical substances are mixed to produce adulterated fuel. A true sanctuary of counterfeiting located in the area known as Awai Village in the Mefu and Afamba division of the Center region of Cameroon.
La saisie de près de 380.
Last night, during a reinforced patrol based on our intelligence, we apprehended 5 individuals involved in foil trafficking in Awai village. So we informed the chief prosecutor, who personally supervised the operation. We seized a huge quantity of adulterated fuel.
Aux interpellés au carburant saisi.
The 5 alleged traffickers' adulterated fuel are from 3 countries, Niger, Nigeria, and Cameroon.
Ces individus procèdent de diverses manières.
The individuals involved in this trafficking operate in various ways. Some hide stolen foil in tanks around Awai town that are known as symphonies. Others buy petroleum to mix with the foil. Essentially, we've caught receivers and symphonies involved in this scheme. They mix the foil with other substances. Our technical team will analyze the seized samples to determine the exact composition.
Mystère des mines qu'on a eu à saisir pourrait nous donner le résultat exact.
The commander of the Mefu and Afamba Gendarmerie Company took this opportunity to call on the public for greater collaboration. Presented to the press this 29 of December 2025, they will be brought before the competent courts to answer for their actions.
And now let's talk religion, as the St. Peter Parish Ndazwa was filled with joy and thanksgiving on December 28 as Reverend Father Alphonse Binzi, newly ordained, returned to his native village for a Thanksgiving Mass. The Mass brought together Catholic Christians from Ebolowa and Yaoundé. Phillips Enchi throws more lights.
Ordained in June 2025 by Bishop Philip Alembaga of the Bolowa Diocese, Reverend Father Alphonse Binzi, a son of Ndazwa village in the Mbankomo subdivision, Mefuanakono Division Center region, on December 28, 2025, officially presided over his first Mass in his native village. Catholic faithfuls, family members and friends from within and beyond the parish turn out in large numbers, singing songs of praise in gratitude to God and celebrating his elevation to priesthood. during the solemn Eucharistic celebration, which brought together priests from various parishes of the Yaoundé and Ebolova Diocese. Father Jean-Paul Avozoa Beck, in his homily, reminded the faithfuls, drawing from Exodus 20, verse 12, of the importance of honoring and obeying their parents. Referring to the fifth commandment, he urges Christians, especially the youth, to avoid conflict within the family, embrace peace and uphold unity, while also reminding parents of their responsibilities towards their children. The Mass continued with infant baptism, followed by a special offertory dedicated to honoring the presence of Reverend Father Alphonse Binzi.
This is my first Mass to celebrate in my village, just to thank God for all what He does for me and for all our family. When we celebrate the Holy Family, Joseph, Mary and Jesus, we just want that everyone and each family should be like them, be together, work together and pray together.
The Mass service proceed with a visit to the cemetery of his parents and grandparents as the Reverend Father rains blessings on their souls, calling on the Most High to grant mercy on them. The Reverend Father is now focused on winning souls for Christ.
We recognize that it is not obliged and it is not a force that we make to permit everyone to believe in God. But we have a hope and believe that we can pray for them so that they can change their various life and their mind to become to Christ.
The Mass service was a moment for the newly ordained Reverend Father to bless his native land.
It was a thanksgiving message for the Reverend Father Alphonse Marie Binzi, who had to come back to his native land to thank the Lord for his blessings and ordination. During the sermon, the Father clearly informed us that going to the seminary is one thing, and becoming a Reverend Father is a blessing from God. We are wishing him a successful ministerial service for Christ Jesus.
Catholic faithfuls and the indigents of Dazoa village could not hide their feelings of satisfaction.
I am really short of words as we speak. What I experienced today during the Mass service is wonderful. It is like a miracle to me. The young man that was ordained recently, no one could believe that he would become a Reverend Father. And also to celebrate such an event in this village, to me it's a miracle. With all what I have just witnessed and seen today, I want to guarantee you all that I am returning home satisfied, and to me, we are really blessed in this village.
Present during the Mass service are elites of Ndazoa, Christians from different parishes in Yaoundé and Ebolova. Following a successful Mass service, an impactful message, the Christians are confident that it will strengthen their faith as they await the coming of Jesus Christ.
And on to sports, the Fraternity and Peace Tournament in Bazou wrapped up on December 28, 2025, bringing together 5 community groups in a celebration of unity, sportsmanship and coexistence. The competition served as a powerful bond to strengthen peace and brotherhood organized by the city mayor of Bazou. Jessica Ndiwum throws more light.
Driven by a spirit of unity, Bazou City Mayor Frederick Jihon has since December 18th been rolling out end-of-year activities in the municipality. The initiative included a Christmas tree ceremony and a mini tournament dedicated to peace and brotherhood, taking the place of the cross-country competitions organized over the last 5 years. After 5 years of reflection that helped showcase a municipality through its various groups, we listened to the population who strongly suggested doing something different. something more collective, more popular, and above all, an initiative rooted within the municipality itself. After 2 weeks of intense competition among 5 groups in the municipality, Bazou and Bamaha faced off in the final on December 28th, 2025, as they played before an enthusiastic crowd, distinguished guests, and the divisional officer of Bazou municipality, Pierre Thierry Nsobiligi, as the match had the atmosphere of a major population celebration.
Ce tournoi n'est pas comme tous les autres, qu'en réalité, il a été pensé.
This tournament is unlike any other. It was conceived to bring the children of the municipality back together under one roof. In the wake of the electoral crisis, the mayor realized the need to reunite the youths of the 5 groups, hence the name Peace and Fraternity Tournaments.
D'où la dénomination du tournoi de la paix et de la fraternité. Désormais, je peux le dire.
From now on, December will be the month of fraternity and peace, so that we can begin the new year in good conditions and work together for the development of our municipality. That is the essence of our approach.
Voilà l'essence même de notre démarche.
After 90 minutes of regulation time, the match ended in a draw, but Bazou emerged victorious in the penalty shootout to lift the championship trophy. The next edition of the Fraternity and Peace Tournament is scheduled for December 26, confirming the event as a must-attend rendezvous for the city mayor of Bazou, Frederic Jehan, and the youths.
And that information takes us to the end of tonight's edition. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for watching and stay in the company of our beautiful programs. Have a good evening.